Hi friends, welcome to Krishna's Tech Info. In this video we can see about the /etc password file and /etc shadow file, and we can also see about the chh command and userat command. The /etc password file stores the important information which required for login. It stores the user account information in a plain text file. Now we can see each field in the etc password file. The first field is the username, which can be between 1 and 32 characters in length, and next is the password. So the second field X indicates the password, which is encrypted and it is stored in the /etc shadow file. So the third field is the user ID. In the user ID field, the 0 is reserved for root and the UID 1 to 99 are reserved for other predefined account. The further user ID 100 to 999 are reserved by system for administrative and system account groups. And next is the group ID. This is the primary group ID for the user, which is stored in /etc group file. And next is the comment field. It is used to add the additional information about the user, such as full name, phone number, etc. And next is the user's home directory, which will provide the path of the directory the user will be using. If the user does not have the home directory, then the user's directory becomes /. The last field is the shell, which indicates the user shell. Now we can use the userat command with some options to create a user. The -m and -d option will create the user with the specified home directory, and -s option, which is used to set the user's default shell. So I'm going to use the bin/sh shell. And the -c option is to provide the command for the user, in which you can add the additional information about the user. And -u is used to set the user ID for the user, and the -g is used to set the group ID of the user. And at last is the username you're going to provide for creating the user. Next we can see about the /etc shadow file. /etc shadow file stores the actual password in the encrypted format. It also contains the additional properties related to the user password. So it stores the secure user account information, and all the fields will be separated by colon. And the first field here is the username, and the next is the encrypted password. The password should contain the minimum of 8 to 12 characters, including the special character, digits, lowercase, alphabetic, and more. And the third field is the last password change. So it indicates the days since the password has been last changed. And next is the minimum number of days required between the password changes. So it is the number of days left before the user is allowed to change his password. And the next is the maximum number of days the password is valid. And next is the warning option, which is the number of days before the password is to expire that the user is warned to change this password. So the next option, the seventh field in the shadow file, is the number of days after the password expires that the account is disabled. And the last is the expire date, the days since the account is disabled, that you can specify the expiry date at the last field. If you are going to set an expiry date, it will be mentioned at the last, specifying the absolute date that the user login may no longer be used. The last 6 fields provides the password aging and the account lockout features. So you can use the chh command to set up the password aging. Now we can see about the chh commands. To view the user account aging information, you can use the chh-l command, chh-l, and the username. Now you can see the information here. You can see the last password change is August 12, and the password expire is set to never, and the inactive and account expire is also set to never. So we can set some expiry date for this. To set the number of days when the password was last changed, you can use the -d option. To set the number of days on which the user account will no longer be accessible, we can use the -e option. So chh -e, you can mention any date for this and the username. Now it is set. We can check this now. Now you can see the account expires is changed to the specified date here. And now we can set the warning for the user account to change the password. For that you can use the chh-w and set the number of days before you need to set the warning for the user. I'm going to give 10 days. So the warning message will be displayed 10 days before the account expires. Now it is set. Before it was 7, now I have increased to 10. Now to set the number of days of inactivity after a password has expired and before the account is locked, you can mention the days. So if the password is expired for the user account and the account will be inactive for 2 days before it is getting locked, so you can use the chh-i and you can set the number of days. I'm going to set it as 3 and the user name. Now I have set it as 3. Now you can see in the shadow file, now it has changed to 3. So in this way you can change your user accounts password, expiration dates and aging. In this video we saw about the etc password file and etc shadow file, and we also saw about the user add options and chh command. Thanks for watching this video. Post your comments and suggestions. Please share and subscribe to my channel. Press the bell button to get instant notifications on my videos. You can follow me on this Instagram ID and Facebook page. For any queries, you can reach me on this Skype ID.